Thank you very much. Magandang araw mga kaibigan. Nagbabalik po ang inyong programang Aksyon Central Luzon Special Edition. Ito po si Sunny Lopez. At papasok na po tayo sa ikasyam na taon ng ating pong programa na alam po natin nakatulong po sa pagbibigay po ng informasyon, wastong informasyon para po pakikinabangan ho ng ating mga kababayan. At ngayon po will be no different because we have invited somebody from the aviation industry. In fact, just very recently po, yung Philippine Academy for Aviation Training dito po sa Clark Freeport, nagsimula na po, no? Kaya nandito po ngayon at makakasama natin ang General Manager ng Philippine Academy for Aviation Training, si Mr. Raul Perez.
Yeah, hello Sunny. Hello to all the viewers of Action Central Luzon. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, we're glad to have you, you know.
Yes.
Because this is something new and this is something good for the Central Luzon region. In fact, even for the whole country, di ba?
Yes.
Itong tinayo nyong ito, alam ko.
Yeah, actually, I think we're very proud of being able to set up this facility. This is a world-class facility that we located here in Clark, primarily because we know that there are a lot of flying schools here. The economic incentives are good, and I think also the availability of the runway is very good for our operations. So we're happy to be able to provide the opportunities for the people of Central Luzon to be able to get a higher paying job through our training. Yeah.
Pero your intention is to become the premier training facility for aviation dito sa buong bansa natin, di ba?
Yeah, because our partners are actually, the partners of paat are actually the Cebu Pacific and CAE. CAE is the world's largest manufacturer of flight simulators. They're also the biggest, they have the biggest global network of training centers. So I think with these shareholders, we're able to have access to the latest and high-tech equipment, like our brand new flight simulator. We also have an Airbus procedures trainer, which is not available in other flying schools. And also we have a cooperation with the Airbus standards. So in fact, our instructors are trained by the Airbus standardization inspectors, and all our equipment we get from Airbus, and even our footprint or training footprint is based on the Airbus standard.
I've read I got some information that eventually the airline industry will be needing some 4,000 to 5,000 pilots every year. Dito lang sa Asia, so especially in China and in India.
Yeah.
Especially with, alam niyo naman ngayon, nowadays it's the budget flights, right?
Yeah. Actually, based on recent, I think, study by Boeing, they were saying that from now until 2030, I think the Asian region will be experiencing the fastest growth in terms of aviation. So they're forecasting that in Asia alone, they would be needing almost more than 100,000 pilots to fly the aircraft that will be bought by Asian airlines. So I think those who plan to take up flying, especially taking the Airbus 320, would be in a good position in terms of forwarding their career because of that need for pilots and new aircraft.
What kind of training do you offer, Raul?
Well, our core training is really the initial type rating for Airbus 320. That is how a pilot transitions from flying basic propeller plane and then flying an Airbus 320 jet, which is the most popular jet in the world right now because of its low cost of operations and the economies of scale that it's being in all I think the fleets of the aircraft. So that's our core training, the initial type rating. We also do recurrency training for pilots of jets already. This is more the requirement of the civil aviation regulations.
This is more advanced.
Yeah. No, this is really for pilots of airlines. They need to take a recurrency every 6 months.
Oh, so they have to do that.
This is in order to, this is part of the safety requirement, and this enables them to always be up to speed on their training and making sure that they don't forget their emergency procedures. So that's recurrency. So the first one is initial recurrency, and then we have the conversion, which means that if you're flying a different type of aircraft, a different type of Airbus aircraft, you can convert your skills into the Airbus 320. But PAAT will be focusing mostly on the Airbus 320 aircraft.
Yes, but once you're into it, once you graduate here, it's
Yeah.
easy also that if you use another model of an airplane or another maker
Yeah.
product of an airplane, it's easy to make the necessary adjustment.
If you fly the same Airbus family, I think
Yes.
what's good about the Airbus is if you've been flying the Airbus 320 and then you want to move up to the wider body or the Airbus A330, then you just need a very short conversion program in order to be able to fly the Airbus 330. Primarily because Airbus designed their cockpits to be almost common in feature, except for very few variations for the upper models. Yeah.
Okay, so halos pare-pareho lang yan.
Yeah. Pero kung kunwari from Boeing to Airbus, from Airbus to Boeing, it could take a longer conversion. But PAAT doesn't do that. So,
Hindi inaano yan.
yeah.
Okay,
hindi natin
anyway,
ginagawa.
itong, nag-start na ba kayo?
Yeah,
Have you started?
yeah,
dito
we
sa Clark?
started,
Where is your place?
Our location is in Clark, Freeport Zone. It's beside Pure Gold. It's actually along CM Recto Highway, corner P. Callow Street. We're in between McDonald's and Pure Gold. So, siguro between trainings, you can go to McDonald's over lunch.
Or you can go shop. Huh?
Yeah, and do your shopping in Pure Gold. But, ayun, we inaugurated our brand new facility.
Yes.
Building. I think it's one of the best and world-class training facilities here in the Philippines. We inaugurated it on December 3. And so we've been, we started operations
Very
already.
new, huh?
Yes, brand new.
Brand
new. And it's designed based on training centers also of our shareholder,
Yes.
CAE.
They made that a point.
Yes.
Kasi pare-pareho naman yung plane, di ba?
Yeah.
Kahit sa dito sa Pilipinas, sa ibang bansa, pare-pareho. Pag lalo nila pag mga Airbuses, right?
Yeah, so we have several classrooms and debriefing rooms, and we have a computer-based training room and Airbus procedures trainer room. So I think it's a training center that all of us Filipinos can be proud of. So.
Well, we were going to be showing them, right?
Yes.
We're going to be showing them footages of
Yep.
of your facility, so everybody in Central Luzon and even somewhere else, because we're going to show this also sa YouTube, no? They get to find out what they offer. Alam niyo kasi sa gusto ng mga magulang ngayon, maging piloto yung anak nila.
Yeah.
Mataas pa talaga yung sweldo dyan. But
Yeah.
naubos yung mga Philippine Air Force pilots natin.
Oo nga eh. I think because of yung popularity of the Airbus and also in Asia itself, where I think the aviation industry is expected or forecasted
Yes.
to grow compared to the other regions of the world, there will be a huge demand for pilots. And I think that's the best way to be able, getting a training and type rating in Airbus 320 is really the best way to be able to get a high-paying job. And I think you'll be able to enjoy the benefits of your salary, especially when you become a captain, Airbus
Plus the
captain.
travel, no?
Yeah,
The fact
and
that you
free
can travel. And you
So-
travel with beautiful people also.
Yes. So
Some of the perks, no?
Yep.
But is there a special personality or type of a person na they make good, yung mga alpha types ba yan, mga piloto?
I think
Mga
for the
flyers.
Airbus, because Airbus was able to sort of change the way pilots fly because it's all automated. So unlike before where the pilots really fly the plane, as in
Right.
literally fly the plane, now the pilots nowadays have to be sort of know how to monitor, or they should be like what you call in IT terms, they should be like network administrators where they monitor the gauges and see whether
Everything there,
changes or something out of the ordinary.
It's all computerized.
So dapat they should be a bit computer savvy and to be able to multitask, and at the same time they have a good cooperation with their crewmates. So
Because before they usually have this impression that for pilots, they're different in the sense that they're alpha types. They have swagger and
yeah, I think
pero
it's
ngayon pwede ding nerd.
Hindi naman. I think you also need to still have that swagger because you're flying like a plane that carries, you're in charge of the lives of
Yes.
mga 300, 400 people. So you really have to have that decision-making skills, especially split-second emergency scenarios. So I think as captains of Airbus or any other wide-bodied aircraft, you really have to have that sort of self-confidence
Oh, self-confidence.
or what they call the ego of a pilot. But
Anong pinakamalaking mga producers ngayon ng planes?
yung,
Airbus is one of them.
yeah, Airbus, Boeing. It's basically Airbus and Boeing. So
Yes, silang nagko-compete. No?
yeah. But yun nga. But I think the Airbus 320 family is one of the most successful and popular
In demand now. Nowadays.
and in demand aircraft in the world. Yeah.
Asia, we've talked about Asia, right? We've talked about the several hundreds of, several thousands of additional pilots. This is because of the Middle East, China with its big population, India with its big population, tapos nandiyan pa yung Korea, nandiyan pa yung Japan.
Yeah.
Are all these factors?
And I think in Asia, you don't see the population decline that is experienced in Europe, and also the economies in Asia, I think, are robust, and incomes are also growing. So
Right.
when you have growing incomes, you have people traveling,
Right.
being able to afford the airfare, and at the same time, low-cost
Especially
carriers
nowadays,
like
right?
Cebu Pacific with their low fares, they're able to boost the number of people flying. So,
Right.
in fact, ngayon, di ba?
So flying is
Yeah.
now the mode of transportation.
Yes, wala na yatang sumasakay sa, konti na lang yata sumasakay sa
Konti-konti.
barko. No?
Oh, kasi especially nowadays, mga negosyante, mga turista, palipat-lipat din ng lugar na
Yeah.
pinupuntahan, di ba?
Oh. So, ang importante lang for anyone, let's say business travelers who fly, they should also be, what's important for them is being able to save on time. So, flying will do that. And, although I heard yung mga problema sa Manila, yung sa congestion sa airport doon. So, even if they're able to fly quickly, when they get to the airport, natatagalan sila sa paglabas.
Matagal yung biyaheng pauwi sa
Yeah.
Luzon, dito sa Central Luzon.
Yeah, or yung biyahe lang waiting at the airport ramp for them to be able to disembark. Yun, I think they experience that in Manila. So, and aside from the traffic
Right.
in Manila. So, I guess the low-cost carriers like Cebu Pacific have been able to change the way people travel. So,
Yeah, Cebu Pacific has made Clark a very important airport,
yeah,
right?
in fact, Cebu Pacific has involvement in aircraft maintenance here in Clark. Of course, they fly to Clark, and with the establishment of PAAT,
Yes.
they are able to also be involved in pilot training. So,
Pero hanggang pilot training lang ba yan? Alam ko, eventually, you will progress into something wider.
yes, our plan is really to become the premier training for aviation
Related.
professionals. So,
When you talk about that, kasama na yung mga stewardess dyan.
yeah, cabin crew training,
training,
aircraft
right.
maintenance. So that's in our plans, but I think later on in our
Pero right now,
business plan.
talagang kailangan dagdagan natin yung mga pilots natin.
Yes. So, kasi with the increase in demand for flying.
Okay, RV, we're gonna have a short break. No? And
Okay.
after the break, gusto kong pag-usapan naman yung yung pinasok yung pera dito.
Okay.
Magkano
And
kalaki
the
yung investment.
equipment, yeah.
Tapos, magkano rin ang pwedeng kitain ng mga piloto.
Okay. Sige.
Okay.
Okay.
Babalik po kami mga kaibigan pagkatapos po ng paalala. Huwag po kayong aalis sapagkat napakahalaga po ng napag-uusapan natin ngayon. At alam po natin na marami po sa gitnang Luzon, lalo na po sa lungsod ng Angeles and Pampanga, na may kakayahan po yung mga magulang, no, na paaralin po ang kanilang anak, no. Hindi naman po matagal pag sila po ay nakapagpiloto, mababawi po yung medyo mataas na konting tuition.
Yeah.
Okay, babalik po kami.